To go from good to great public speaker, you need to improve this, your vocal brand. And today I'm going to walk through 5 core elements of your voice that if you work on it with deliberation, you will master speaking. Now, the first part is your tone. How do you master your tone so that you're not boring people with a monotone? Well, let me give you one exercise that helps. It's just smiling while speaking. What you can do is for 1 minute a day, I want you to pull up the sides of your lips with your middle finger like this, and then force yourself to smile with your eyes and just speak like this for 1 minute. I don't care what you say. I just want you to keep the smile like this. Hi, my name is Preston. I'm really excited to see you. And the moment you start looking at yourself, notice how your eyes are naturally going to start squinting as you speak. This is what we call the Duchenne smile. The Duchenne smile is a natural smile. And the more that you can smile as you speak, the more people will perceive you as friendly because our face is the remote control to our tone. If you have a boring tone, your face will start off by looking bored. If you're sad, you'll express it with your face and your tone will follow. But if you were to instead focus on how do I improve my tone, you're not addressing the root cause. So I want you to practice smiling while speaking so that you come off as more energized and more passionate. The second area is your pace. Many people wonder, am I speaking too slow or am I speaking too fast? Well, let me help you speak at the right pace. You do this. You say what you see. You say what you see. I call this the narration game. The idea is simple. I want you to look at whatever's around you, and I want you to articulate what you're seeing so that someone else, including yourself, can visualize what you're seeing. So, for example, I might say, this is a blue marker. I notice that there's white here and there's a blue cap. There's also red lettering right here that says whiteboard. That is a good pace. It sounds natural. It sounds clear. But if you were to focus on trying to speak super, super slowly, it may not come off as natural. Conversely, if you speak too fast, it will be too hard for people to understand. So identify that comfortable pace where you're narrating things on the fly, where you're visualizing what you are saying. And that will help you go a long way. The third thing that you can do is focus on the pause. The pause is crucial because too oftentimes we jump in wanting to immediately answer, but we may not have answer the right question. We might have started off with filler words so that all of a sudden we have completely lost people. So what do? I want you to, in the next conversation you have, intentionally pause for at least 3 seconds, even if you know the answer. So pause, even if you know the answer. Okay? So that means whenever someone asks you a question, how was your day? You might say, oh, it was great, but no. Look up for 3 seconds because when you look up, it shows that you're being thoughtful with your words versus looking down where it looks like you're unconfident. And when you pause, literally put your fingers up 1, 2, 3, and then speak. When you're practicing the pause, you then become more comfortable with silence. And that is powerful because then the words that you eventually say will be more concise, more deliberate, and they'll matter more to your audience. The fourth thing I want you to work on is your power. Your power. In other words, your volume. How do you speak? How do you project in a way that gets people excited, gets people wanting to listen? There's one exercise you can do, and that's called the EIE. The EIE stands for exhale, inhale, exhale. It's a deep breathing technique where you breathe from your diaphragm. And the purpose is you want to fill up your lungs with air because you're not generating power because you're speaking from your shoulders up, right? But if you were to speak from down here, it requires you to exhale everything, all the oxygen out of your body first, like this. And then as you're constricting your stomach and showing your rib cage, you then inhale deeply like this. where you're filling your lungs with air and then slowly exhale through your mouth. And you should do this 3 times. And each EIE lasts for 30 to 45 seconds. When you do this, you calm down. When you do this, you deprive your body of oxygen so that you can't be nervous. You're so focused on just trying to get in air. And this is really helpful right before you need to speak. So let all of that out. And then once you start speaking, notice how much more powerful you'll sound. I want you to do this 3 times a day before you're about to speak, and you'll notice a difference in your volume. And then finally, enunciation. Too oftentimes, my clients are worried that they're not easily understood. And this is a problem. Many times people slur their words to the point where it's almost impossible to discern what they're saying. So instead, what I want you to do is to practice tongue twisters. Okay? I want you to practice tongue twisters with a pen in between your teeth. So I'm going to demonstrate exactly what this sounds like, and I'm going to use these 3 tongue twisters. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws, and unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pen in between my teeth like this. I'm going to say all 3 tongue twisters once in what we call staccato, where it's broken up syllable by syllable, and then I'm going to do the same thing in legato, and then I'm going to take the pen out of my mouth. So I'm going to demonstrate it, and I want you to do this as a vocal warm-up. And the more you do this, the more resistance you put in between your teeth, the more natural you're going to sound, the more clear you'll enunciate each syllable. I want you to focus on completing each word that you say. Here we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. She sells seashells by the seashore. He threw 3 free throws. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. Now, I will admit, that's hard. In fact, I just messed up the unique New York one with the pen in between my teeth. But if you can get practice doing this, you're going to move your mouth even more every single time. I do this exercise literally every single morning, and I still stumble with it. So, if you can focus on your tone, your pace, your pause, your power, and your enunciation, focusing on those 5 exercises, trying to do them deliberately each and every day, I promise you that you will come off as more powerful, more confident, more engaging, more compelling, and ultimately more memorable the next time you speak.